In 2024, reality stars turned up the heat, delivering some of the most iconic moments in reality TV history.
Yeah, I believe that one.
From high body count hairstyles to bedazzled ankle monitors, these stars clocked in and brought all the tea.
It's time for you to listen.
Macy, I need you to twerk your ass off.
With new stars entering the chat, the OGs have had to step up their game, and we've been glued to every second.
Please, you're obsessed. You're obsessed. You're obsessed.
Yeah, so we're recapping 2024's most hilarious and jaw-dropping reality TV moments. Stick around, you won't want to miss our number one pick. Virtual reality. Hi, I'm Danny Murphy.
And I'm Evan Real.
And with the new year just days away, what better time to reflect than now?
So before you pour your glass of champagne and start the 2025 countdown, let's revisit the top 10 most iconic reality TV moments of 2024.
Trust me, this list has more shady moments than a Housewives sprinter band.
While it's been a bumpy road for plenty of Housewives this year, none have walked in the shoes of our number 10 spot, a former pageant queen who's beautiful from head to ankles.
Yeah, so kicking things off at number 10, Evan, I think this was one of our favorite moments, is Ashley Darby proudly and loudly showing off her bunions.
I should have given them back to you so you could get consultation to get that human being of an acorn off your foot, okay?
Coming from my bunions? You coming from my bunions?
Yes.
Yes, see them?
Ego
I got
of the
two of
human
them.
being
I
on
have
your
two
foot.
of them.
And here comes Ashley's bunions. Where did they come from? Ashley is a beautiful woman from top to ankle.
Ashley is such a beautiful person inside and out. I would have never expected her to have a foot issue such as bunions. And I didn't know that the other girls on the Potomac cast they did clock it. And now the whole world knows about her bunions. But the way that Ashley was able to laugh about her bunions and be about her bunions and stand on her bunions like she stands on business really made me admire her all the much more.
It almost made me want bunions, not really, but you know what I mean? I kind of
Be
was
careful
like,
what you
no, I
wish
was like,
for.
please no, universe, please no. 'cause
She does make bunions look chic and fun.
She does. And also engaging because she said all these ladies can just lick them.
Yeah.
If you want. Yeah, you know what I wonder? Well, I'm actually grateful that our number 9 girl doesn't have bunions because I don't know how it would work with the ankle monitor that Anna Delvey had to wear on Dancing with the Stars.
Yes, number 9 is Anna Delvey giving us everything but also nothing on Dancing with the Stars, competing for the Mirror Ball trophy. She didn't last very long.
What are you going to take away from this competition? Nothing. There you have it. Absolutely nothing.
And maybe the ankle monitor was wearing her down. If it was, I wouldn't have known.
That's true.
It was so beautiful, and it really went with every costume, I think all of 2 that she got to wear during her time on the show.
I know. I love how much she didn't want to be there, but because it's a show that you really have to be involved in doing.
Yeah. I mean,
And your in-laws are big Dancing with the Stars fans, right? Were they fans of her?
No, they hardly had a clue who she was, and I think that was the issue here. I think that a lot of America didn't. Look here. Let's be real. The people who support Anna Delvey are unhinged gays like us. We're like you and I don't know about you. I would imagine maybe you were a little bit excited when she was announced as a
Yes.
contestant because it was exciting. It was a delightful shock, and I was thrilled to see what she would bring. Obviously, I was a big fan of Inventing Anna. I was a big fan of the story. I as an unhinged gay love an unhinged girl, and so I wanted to see what she could bring, and she didn't bring much
It's
at all.
what I bring to a potluck. Nothing.
Right. But we were excited to see
Yes.
her bring nothing. I think that other people in our great nation are like, why is this criminal girl who I've hardly ever heard of given this platform to dance on Dancing with the Stars? And then there was that whole rumor that the only reason Anna got it was because Gypsy Rose wasn't able to do it because she was
I love
pregnant.
that they had to have like a criminal in that spot though.
But I hopefully this opens a door for Gypsy to be on the
come back?
next season because Anna gave nothing. Gypsy would give absolutely everything.
She has dance outfits already.
Probably left over.
Yeah.
I would love to see her revive the Cinderella costume.
Oh, she'll do it just for you. Oh, and speaking of arrivals,
Yes.
number 8 was, I think the world stopped when we heard that Paris and Nicole were making our lives a little simpler this holiday season, reuniting for a Peacock special. It was short and sweet. We didn't get, but it was just a moment that these 2 ladies came back to cameras together.
It's been 20 years since the world watched 2 reality TV icons take on all the complexities of a simple life. And while they may have gotten better at holding down a job,
This lighting is so good.
At heart, they're still the same girls who are willing to try anything.
As someone who was such a fan of The Simple Life and someone whose middle school self formulated my identity and my personality based off of this show, this meant
So much.
so much to me. I was the biggest Paris and Nicole fan. Obviously, you know I'm a massive Paris Hilton fan.
You're wearing her right now, I'm sure.
I still wear my Paris Hilton for Men fragrance as my signature cologne since 2006.
How did the revival make you feel?
Look, I think seeing Paris and Nicole on camera together in any way, shape, or form is exciting. I enjoyed myself the entire time. I just wish that instead of leaning into this opera, which was so fun, like that, it could have been the opera could have been a fun episode. I don't think that it was necessarily the vehicle for a 3-part reunion special. I thought the first episode was really fun because we got into it with like the producers and reflecting and revisiting Arkansas and stuff. I thought that was a whole heck of a lot of fun, but
most times operas just go long in general. So watching people put an opera together, it felt long. I always get happy when Kesha gets a check though. So
it was exciting to see Kesha make an appearance. I wish that, that was like another scene that didn't make sense to me because all of a sudden we're on a bus tour of Los Angeles.
What are we doing this for?
Kesha is there. Obviously, if you're a fan of The Simple Life and if you're a fan of Kesha, you know that Kesha appeared on an episode during one of I think it was like the third season, second or third season, where she and her mom, they did the episode together. There was like this competition to find Kesha's mom a man.
And we found my mom a man. Would you like to dance?
I gotta save a horse, ride a cowboy, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So if this was your mom now.
I'm gonna vomit.
Which they did reveal. This was some fun tea on the show. They revealed that after cameras left, we discovered that this man was in fact gay, which made sense given the performance he gave.
And also, it makes sense if that Kesha would be in an orbit of a gay man even from a young, like the gays are following her.
But I do feel like, all of a sudden we just see Kesha pop up on a bus. Kesha is an iconic international pop diva. I'm assuming that they filmed a bit of an intro with her and it got cut just for space and time. But even like that, I think they could have done a better job with, explaining why Kesha is on a bus with Paris Nicole and Danny Pellegrino. It was so fun to see Danny Pellegrino be a part of this.
So many things
congrats to him.
Yeah.
And congrats to him also announcing that he is going to become a dad. And congrats to him that he is in a Christmas movie. He's absolutely killing it.
He's birthing so much.
So he's an honorable mention, Danny Pellegrino. Shout
Honorable
out to
mention.
you.
But you had a really exciting year because you met some of the Love Island USA people.
Yes, and as you know, Danny, I am a Love Island stan and fan. I worship this show. Obviously, things for me started off with the UK, which has so far been considered the superior Love Island franchise. That's where it all began. And although I have been a fan of USA for a while now, for all the seasons, I've watched every season. The world finally caught up because this was their breakout season. Kind of like Love Island UK season 5 was the one that really like set things in motion for them. This is the one.
It was also the first season with Ariana Madix as a host.
Yes, which I think
added.
I think Ariana, she is such a phenomenal host. Like you could tell that she just like loves her job and she's so stunning in every single moment that she's on screen. It's just fun to watch in that way as well. But she did a great job as a host, and I think that what Ariana did following this sort of Scandal moment, which had so many eyes, I think she brought a lot of eyes over to Love Island USA. So we had the Ariana effect, and then we had the impact of this just being the best cast ever. So we got to give a shout out to Serena Page for unleashing on Cordell the way that she did.
Love to see it.
That was give this girl an Emmy. Her delivery of every single line was so, it just like it penetrated my spirit to this day.
Have some respect because I told you what the
Serena, stop.
Don't
Stop.
touch me because I still don't want to talk to your ass because it is what it is. You wasn't feeling bad in the slightest.
I still think about it. I was rewatching it before we recorded this. Like it is, oh my God, it is just like shell-shockingly good the way she was able to unleash on him. And do you know what's even better is that Cordell was able to take it and they ended up working on their relationship and they're still going strong today.
I want you. I do.
The winners, Serena and Cordell!
Oh, we love when growth happens.
Unlike Leah and Rob,
Yes.
that didn't work out. Leah unleashed on Rob in epic fashion. You did your big one, talking about his overalls, like we know the viral sound.
I literally did his big one up there. That was like a movie. He stood up there and said, "No, you sending 3 home, and then you're still here." in your overalls. Now what?
I was over
so
the
good.
overalls a lot. Yeah.
The overalls didn't do it
nothing
for
for
you.
me.
I think Rob is such a cutie, and you can put him in the overalls. You can take the overalls off. I'll take Rob any way I can get him.
Okay. You heard that.
Snake and all.
Snake and all. And a lot of people this year realize that they will take Kristen Doute any way they can get her on their screen at all, because it's insane to me that the Valley premiered this year.
That is crazy. So yes,
It felt like a fever. Like, it felt almost, I was kind of like, that was 8 years ago. Like, even I'm like, what?
well, because okay, so number 6, we're giving it to the Valley premiere. I did give it. Okay, so do you remember the first trailer?
Oh, we have to issue an apology because I had the lowest expectations for it.
That first trailer, I don't know why they cut it the way they cut
Yeah.
it. I would have never expected the Valley to be as good as it was. A second trailer came out, which seemed more exciting and delivered on its promise, because the
Yes.
Valley was so good. And as you were mentioning, it did mark the return of
Doute.
the one and only, the great.
She's the
and
Norma Desmond
powerful
of reality TV.
Kristen, yes.
She is Sunset Boulevard as if she never said goodbye.
The concrete jungle, the hardcore city life, that's for when you're in your 20s. But I'm 40 now. The Valley is where I need to be. I can't just get knocked up like any day of the week. We're still trying to figure out my ovulation.
Right.
But it's not that we don't practice.
Oh, yeah. Got my form
I
now.
agree.
Like, that is just her. And it's funny, when you were going on about Love Island, I was like, oh my God, I would love for there to be a show like Divorce Island, but that's the Valley.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone is crumbling there, and it's why I could not stop watching it.
Yeah, it was so good. Obviously, love to see the return of Kristen, and then love to get a behind the scenes look at the shit show that was Jackson Brittany's marriage.
How much was she drinking on the boat?
0.
Sick, it sounds like. Oh.
Jax, I can hear you. Everybody here has my back, and you're my husband, and you're trying to make me look like I'm a bad person.
And then realizing that there are people named Jesse and Michelle that were so bad for each other.
Michelle was texting this guy sexual pictures between each other, like, you look hot, you're sexy. It wasn't about real estate.
What guy is this?
He's a celebrity, but I told you about it.
Yeah, but so great for us as viewers.
So great for
Yeah,
us.
so
And
congrats
that's,
to the cast of the
Nice
Valley.
voice actor guy named Danny. Shout out to all of them.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, and Nia, sweet Nia.
I mean, I'm excited for that show to come back. I'm very,
Yeah.
very curious, and I'm happy that some of the Vanderpump kids are popping over there.
Mm-hmm.
It is so hard to pick a moment from Angie K for number 5 because there were so many moments, but I think everybody knows it was the high body count hair.
You think my hair looks
That looks like high body count hair. This does not, that does not, that does not. That's high body count hair.
Yeah.
And I love to because it wasn't slut shaming, it was hair shaming, and she owns a hair salon, so it's from her business.
She was speaking from a place of expertise. So yeah, obviously number 5 is going to Angie K. Because the thing is, Salt Lake City has given us so much this season, and Angie K has been a conduit for so much of its magic. But as you mentioned, we had to pick one, and it's going to be high body count hair. That fight, who even thinks to phrase something like that? That's a phenomenal insult. It really, really is. And honestly, I'm gonna share a hot take right here, right now. Britney's hair at that part, and I love Brittany Bateman. You know I love you, Brittany Bateman. I think you're a phenomenal singer and a phenomenal woman and a phenomenal addition to this franchise. When I think of high body count hair, and when I think of slutty hair, to me that is a compliment. I hope to look slutty. I hope to look sexually appetizing to someone with my hair. Britney's hair at that party, to me, did not seem like she could count one body beneath it.
Sweaty Brittany. Take your little bumper and walk away. Oh, you just shamed her hair.
It looks very 2007 to me.
And not in a good way, because we love 2007 for so many reasons. But I don't know. I love that Lisa stepped in to help her out and say, you need some Kerastase, and now she's got a Kerastase.
Deal. And her hair looks amazing on Watch What Happens Live.
Oh my God, wait, her Watch What Happens Live. Brittany, don't be mad at me for dragging your hair in that moment, because the hair on Watch What Happens Live, you more than made up for it. She looked so beautiful. I've never seen a more beautiful person.
So good. And Angie K with high body count hair, high body count dress, high body count, and then look at me, I'm a mother. Even her not even realizing that she's mother now on the internet.
Yeah.
She's like, I look like a mother, and Bronwyn's like, you're in a Versace dress with your nipple out.
Well, hello, mother.
Breastfeeding. Hello, Bronwyn.
But do you think that when she said I look like a mother, she was sort of dipping into internet vernacular, or do you think
it's why I love Angie K? Not at all.
She had no idea.
She had no idea. None
Obsessed with Angie
whatsoever.
K.
Just there are so many mothers
In
so
Utah.
many ways in Utah.
Yeah.
Because The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, just in general, this show, kind of like The Valley, this year has been changing the game of reality TV.
It really has been, yeah. So number 4 goes to The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, just kind of in general.
In general.
For shaking things up a bit in the reality TV universe, because I haven't seen a new reality show take hold of the culture like this one has in a really long time, especially a non-Bravo show. It's really hard for non-Bravo reality shows to really break through, and this one did in so many ways. I felt like the entire world was captivated.
Everyone was talking about it. And it's a funny thing, too, where it's like non-Bravo shows and also shows about like not 50-year-old women, because I'm like, why would I want to watch these kids?
Yeah.
Now I want to watch these kids. Even them fighting about not getting invited to baby showers after truth boxes, doing TikTok dances together. I want it all.
Yeah. And what would you say your favorite moment from the entire season was? Because obviously the Taylor versus Whitney
that had to be top for me, because that's when the show shifted to like, oh, these girls actually are reality stars.
Yeah, 1000%. And I do like how, because so much of the narrative is based in TikTok and social media, it's kind of like the entire series is a breakage of the fourth wall. And I love a broken fourth wall. And so basically what Taylor and the other girls were wondering about Whitney is like, why are you so jealous of her? Because she's the number 1 girl in the group, because she's the one who popped off the most on TikTok, because she's the one who had the swinging scandal, because that's what got us this show in the first place.
Everyone was so quick to forgive Taylor online for swinging. And then I just feel like I still get shredded to pieces almost every single video. But no, I'm not jealous of Taylor's clout. And I feel like if I don't like her, I feel like that's a completely different conversation for a different time.
Yeah. I am very confused because I'm like, girl, you have no idea the amount of bullying, threats, and comments that I have received on a daily basis up until today.
And I love, too, that because of that, they'll have all these fights and like, oh, we have to film a dance. I'm like, what is going on here?
Multitaskers.
Speaking of multitasking.
Yeah.
Dorit smoking a cigarette in her G-Wagon, ripping down the valley. It is number 3 for me. It's actually, it's like, if a clip could be a ringtone, that would be my ringtone. I would stop using my phone on vibrate, and it would just be Dorit doing that.
What about what just came out? Dorit just posted. Okay, to be honest with you, I knew.
I mean, talking about captivating the culture, this moment. And do you know what's really interesting is Danny and I we were talking to a friend, Juliet Littman, she has a podcasting situation over on The Ringer. We were talking about this moment, and I think she put it best. I was like, why is the world so obsessed with this moment? And I feel like it's because, as she explained, which made a lot of sense to me, is that allowing yourself to smoke and on camera and in the car, there are layers of vulnerability to that in 2024.
Yeah.
Because we never see a housewife smoke on the show. I feel like that's a part of themselves that housewives typically like to hide, because we know.
Shout out to Luann, who has done it on occasion, though.
She's done it on occasion, but she does it more than you think. Like, I feel like there are girls within the Housewives universe who are absolute chimneys. So I thought it was really special of Dorit to give us this.
The
moment.
one thing that makes me sad for Dorit is that this episode didn't premiere before Halloween. Because do you know, all of Hell's Kitchen would have been her.
Dorit smoking a cig.
They would have just been her.
Yeah.
And I mean, who knows? If you have a New Year's Eve party coming up, sure you're not supposed to dress up. You're supposed to dress up.
Uh-huh.
And I know you're going to be smoking and crying on New Year's Eve. Be Dorit!
Yes. Oh, so good. I hope we see more smoking Dorit. Do you know what the thing is? I love when a housewife has a moment like this, because I'm like, how is she going to monetize this? But I don't know how one will monetize smoking in 2024. I feel like there's a lot of red tape there.
Bedazzled Marlboro cigarette holders? Or lighters?
I would buy. Oh my God, wait. Okay, so you know how Bronwyn brought bedazzled passport holders? I feel like Dorit needs to bring like bedazzled lighters or cigarette. Didn't they used to have like chic like cigarette holders like
Audrey
back
Hepburn?
in the
Yeah.
Dorit is the
These
Audrey
also
Hepburn.
have messenger pigeons. What are we bringing back?
Wait, speaking of Audrey Hepburn, Meredith Marks, she could be the one to deliver Dorit's line of bedazzled cigarettes. Wait, but why do your bangs look exactly like Meredith?
If I'm not invited, I can just leave.
Wait, do it again, but pull them back a little bit shorter. Okay, Danny Marks.
Wait,
Okay.
that is actually
Okay,
it.
Meredith Murphy.
Oh my God.
Wow.
You can leave.
Oh my God, wait, that's really good. Please style your hair like that for the remainder of 2024.
Wait, I'll do it at my New Year's Eve party.
Oh, while you're smoking like to read.
Yes. Oui. Well, the only thing hotter than the Ritz lit cigarette was the drama between Shannon and Alexis.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing about Shannon and Alexis. I was, of course, very interested to see what an Alexis Bellino return would mean for the Real Housewives of Orange County. I actually thought
People have wanted it since before John Jansen.
Yeah, and I feel like with the John Jansen of it all, with the DUI of it all, I thought before we saw the way things transpired on camera, I thought that this would actually set Bellino up for success because I thought, and I thought wrong, I thought that Shannon would have had a really tough time with the audience given the fact that she drove her car into a residential building and, put Archie in harm's way.
And all that jazz. Yeah.
Right. So I was like, wait, okay, so she's absolutely going to be villainized from the jump. This Alexis is going to have this like glow up moment. And it was the complete opposite. And why do you think that was?
So I think it's because, and I think she even mentioned a little bit, she came on as a friend of.
Yeah.
So all we saw her doing was she was
John.
literally the end of Funny Girl, Oh My Man, I Love Him So. She just was singing for John Jansen. And it felt like because the way Shannon was playing herself, everyone was kind of just feeling bad for Shannon.
Yeah.
She came on seeming like a bully for Shannon and kind of being like, well, that's my man, Shannon. And everyone's like, okay, like no one's talking about that right now.
Right.
So I think she came on ready to deliver, but no one ordered that package and no one needed that package. And she effed herself over.
Stop being John's mouthpiece, okay?
I have to
That's
because
exactly
you're
what John
lying.
said.
Verbatim. No.
How many times did you practice in front of the mirror in Johnny J? There's the door, Shannon Vidor, when there was no door. You
I
were
did
so
it.
proud of that.
I did it, Shannon.
All right, okay.
Good job, girl.
I think even Tamara, her buddy, would agree with that. I think even Alexis, she did a DBQ at the end of the reunion, 5-paragraph essay.
Yeah.
To kind of like illustrate that, I think, a little bit.
And it just seemed like with every Alexis appearance there was a counteractive appearance or moment from Shannon that made you want to root for Shannon and not root for Alexis, unfortunately.
And
for
also,
Alexis.
she unfortunately had an enemy in Emily, and you don't want an enemy in Emily because Emily won't let you get away with anything.
No, yeah, you don't want to be on Emily's bad side. And the Emily of it all was actually that was shocking to me too.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. It was surprising to me because before Alexis came on the show, I think Alexis was closest with Emily, and Emily was very much about an Alexis return. But she was also saying, because I chatted with her at Kathy Hilton's Christmas party like 2 years ago now, she was saying to me then, because that's when Alexis and John started dating, and that's also when it was rumored that she was going to come back. She was like, I hope she comes back, but I refuse to believe the John Jansen of it all because we see how he allegedly treats Shannon in her relationship, and I just don't think she deserves those sloppy seconds in that way. But I will say, Shannon sloppy seconds aside, Alexis does seem very happy. John seems happy.
I hope you're happy now that you've chosen this. Another Glinda Alphaba.
Right.
Wow.
Who's who?
Alphaba is Shannon.
Alphaba is Shannon.
Because if you care to find her, look to the western sky, and I think she could still fly on a broom. Safer.
I can't with you, Danny. Stop.
Just saying. Before
Okay.
we get to our number one moment, here are a few honorable mentions because so much happened. I mean, all of those things happened in the reality TV scape, but we ourselves have some honorable moments in the studio and beyond.
The first one we want to mention is got to take it back to Dorit. Dorit has been delivering a lot this year, and she certainly delivered when we asked her about some plastic surgery shade that Sutton threw her way.
I think Lisa Barlow had said, well, she's pretty. And Sutton said, well, anyone can be pretty if, with plastic surgery, insinuating that I had plastic surgery to be pretty. And I was thinking to myself, why hasn't Sutton done it then?
I don't think they're doing great because when I caught up with Sutton in the studio, she said that there's more to come from how they're feud explodes and unfolds on the show, and that was before the plastic surgery shade. So do you think there's a path forward for those two?
You know what's funny? I think Sutton has a path forward with like everybody.
I agree.
Because I think people are endeared to her, and is she good at saying sorry? I think she
will say sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like she takes ownership of when she
and her
missteps.
Yeah, and her she doesn't have she's not a housewife they hate each other. You know what I mean? Like Dorit and Garcelle, they just hate each other.
Like there is an inherent hate that will never leave either of their souls. Although I do think Garcelle has like a little bit more hate for Dorit than Dorit has for Garcelle. But back to Sutton, I do, like you mentioned, I think she has a path forward with anyone, and we saw that specifically with Erica Jane.
Exactly. If they can overcome it, anything. And also, Bo's being friends with both of them, I feel could maybe bring them together.
Oh yeah, totally.
And they can all meet at Cheesecake Factory, because another insane thing that happened this year is that you found out that Kathy Hilton is a cheesecake girl.
She's a cheesecake girl. Yeah. I think honestly, I always forget how it came up. Basically, do you know what it was? I was asking Kathy Hilton, this was back in January. So at the start of the year, I was asking her about her wishes for 2024. And she was just like, I want the world to wake up. I want Los Angeles specifically to wake up, because it feels like everyone's sleepy. No one's having fun. No one's out and about. And then she's like, but the one place where people have fun and the one place that's popping is a Cheesecake Factory. I was like, I was like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, Rick and I go there once a week.
Last night, Rick and I, we went to the Cheesecake Factory. We left at 8:30, and the streets are dead.
Yeah. What's that about?
Right? Yeah, I just kind of want to get back into the groove.
Yeah, well, I love that you're getting back into the groove by going to the Cheesecake Factory with Rick. I feel like if I was at the Cheesecake Factory and saw Rick and Kathy Hilton walk in, my entire life would be made. I love that you go there for date nights.
We go there once a week. He really likes the chicken.
You know what was such a missed opportunity this year? Why did Kathy Hilton not do the Nicole Kidman AMC ad for Cheesecake Factory? We come to this place for bread.
I know. Well, for bread, and in her case, the meatloaf. Because one of the things she said, she was like, not only is it poppin', not only is it, full of patrons having a good time, and I guess the rest of LA is super sleepy. She was like, where else can you get a meatloaf?
She's not wrong.
And
you're not going to Earth Cafe for that.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to get meatloaf at Earth Cafe. And I have since tried the meatloaf at Cheesecake Factory to see what the buzz was about. And Danny doesn't eat meat, so he couldn't indulge when we had this little visit to the Cheesecake Factory in Jersey City, which was a beautiful establishment. Beautiful, I really loved it. And I liked it. I liked the meatloaf. I understood what she was saying. I truly don't know where else I would order meatloaf. But that's the thing about Cheesecake Factory is there are 196 items on the menu.
It's like hieroglyphics, like that menu. It's like like Mesopotamia. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Wait, what's your cheesecake order?
Well, my new order is after we went, those that corn thing with the salsa and avocado.
So
I have no clue what it was, and the berry cheesecake. We could sing its praises all night long, but unfortunately, we're not Lisa Barlow.
We're not.
Because one of the best moments here is when Lisa Barlow, basically, we did American Idol for her for Post Malone, because because when Bravo Labs and the Housewives come in here, it's usually for 15 to 30 minutes because it's a busy press day.
Yep.
Somehow we got 2 hours with Lisa Barlow.
It was the best 2 hours of our lives. And here's the thing, Danny. I don't remember how I brought up Cheesecake Factory with Kathy Hilton. I don't remember how Lisa ended up in that very chair singing Fortnight by Taylor Swift, but she made it Lisa Barlow's version. She sang it as Fourth Night.
And you know what is so funny? I love Taylor Swift. That song wasn't my song. It didn't really do that much for me when it came out. Now I'm obsessed with it after Lisa Barlow.
And Taylor should say, thank you, Miss Barlow.
And for the fourth night there we were, forever running to you sometimes. Ask about the weather, now you're in my backyard. Turn into good neighbors, your wife waters flowers. I wanna kill her.
And Post Malone should go on tour with Lisa because she also said that they're neighbors.
And revealed the street that
For the fourth night there we were.
Okay, so see how amazing Danny sounds right now. He sang with Lisa. He honestly, you really helped her through it because I think she
wanted
needed
backing.
She wanted backing. She wanted the support, and you were there for her. And she told Danny that he has a beautiful. She has told him that many times, and she slid into the DMs to say that her vocal coach, because yes, Lisa Barlow works with a vocal coach.
And what about it?
The vocal coach said that Danny has a really nice voice. So there is
Why
that.
am I not in Utah right now?
I don't know.
Because, there's a chance if I go to Utah, I could sing with Lisa Barlow or I could be hanging out with Rihanna.
Yeah. Another honorable mention is Rihanna liked one of our posts on Instagram because we had Bronwyn in the studio, and Bronwyn told us about how Rihanna slid into her DMs.
Rihanna DM'd me. I got the notification that I had a message from Bad Gal Riri, and I was like, it's obviously a fake. Like, this cannot possibly be real. I open my DMs, and I see that it's real. It's verified. It's her. And I didn't open the message for like 48 hours. My husband was like, read what it says. He's very involved. And I said, what if I open it, it's going to say red, and I have to come up with something to respond? Like, I'm not prepared
It's
for
a lot
this.
of pressure.
Took me. I had to gear up for it, and then I wrote her back, and she wrote me back instantaneously, and I was like, oh my gosh!
And we posted that on social, and Rihanna liked it. And I don't like this. Like, what went through your mind, body, soul, and spirit when you saw that notification?
I screamed.
I
was like,
a word or a sentence?
I was like, ah! Like, I went full Samara from the Ring. Like, I was like, ah! Like, I thought she was going to jump through
I would hope that Rihanna would jump through the screen.
Oh, please, Rihanna, give me 7 days to live.
No, it was so exciting.
It was
cannot
amazing.
emphasize.
And I mean, maybe 2025 will be the year Rihanna comes into the studio to talk about reality TV, because she has so many things.
That would
and
be
whenever she's on a red carpet,
that'd
she
be
gives
such a
those thoughts.
dream, yeah.
In the meantime, though, we have had pop stars in here, not just talking about Lisa Barlow. We've had touring artists.
Yeah.
One, Countess Luann.
Yes.
Who did not just a one, but a two viral dances here. That really took the world by storm.
We always love our time with the Countess, but we really love anytime she agrees to dance to viral songs on TikTok.
And she's a one-take wonder.
She is,
and
yes.
she'll offer she's it's not just she's like, you have one take with me. She does it. We're like, that's perfect.
Yeah, and she'll be like, do you want me to do it again? And then I think I forget if it was, I think it was during when she danced to Diet Pepsi. She was eating grapes as a snack.
Oh, yeah.
And then she was like, do you want me to like throw the grapes in my mouth as I dance to Diet Pepsi? She did do it first, but that's not the version that we posted. The version we posted, she did this amazing contortion with her neck that really sat with the spirits of many. Many were inspired to share this dance on social media, and it made me so happy that so much of the world appreciated her choreography.
It truly is breathtaking, and I do think her and Addison will collaborate. And unfortunately, much like our number one topic, we're nearing the end, because the number one game change this year is, like we were talking about how The Valley premiered, Secret Lives of More of My Spirit, so much is starting, so much is maybe ending. Well, definitely ending, because Jersey Housewives and Pump Rules, Evan.
Yeah, this is our number one moment, sadly.
As Wendy would say, this is the worst.
We've been doing this for most of our adult lives.
What if I paint myself a smile? Do my face up like a clown? Will I never have to know how it feels?
This is the worst, because the thing is, Vanderpump Rules, as we've known it, and the Real Housewives of New Jersey, as we've known it for so long, both hold such special places in the hearts of many. I don't know how some will move forward in their lives without these shows on any.
Weird.
I don't even know really what to say. I mean, what do you think it's a smart move for Bravo to move forward with Vanderpump Rules with an entirely new cast? Do you think it's going to work? Do you think people are going to care?
Here's the thing, where I at first was like, who the hell is going to watch The Valley? So that's currently how I feel about Vanderpump Rules. So they could surprise us.
Right, that's true. I will watch the premiere with enthusiasm and excitement.
Yeah. And I also think it's, because I know a lot of people's critique of it as just start a new show. But I think because the IP of Vanderpump Rules is so known,
Right.
people, like you said, are going to tune in to hate it, tune in to watch it, tune in. They're going to be interested in it regardless. And LVP is still going to be on it. So I guess it is still Vanderpump Rules.
Do you know who I feel sorry for?
Who?
Is Vanderpump Villa. I feel like they're gonna get. I mean, with the new iteration of Vanderpump Rules, with the success of the Valley, I do feel like Vanderpump Villa is gonna end up.
Well, my love, why would Bravo care about what Hulu's doing?
No, that's very true.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just saying in the Vanderpump universe, I do feel bad for that cast, and I wonder if Stassi regrets moving over there instead of coming to be like mama matriarch moment to the new kids on Vanderpump Rules, because I don't know if they gave Stassi like a fake job at Sir, that would be exciting.
I think she has too much pride to go back to Bravo because she has the whole
and maybe some
deal.
PTSD.
Yeah, so I think she's like, I'll keep my checks over here
With Disney.
Yeah, with Disney, and I hope I hope maybe all of the Jersey ladies will just be on Disney on Ice. I don't know what's gonna happen with that.
Disney on Ice?
They could ice skate. I don't know. I believe in all of them.
Danny, that's Jill Zarin.
That is Jill. You don't think Jill Zarin appears in every franchise? She'll find a way.
Wait, who would play who? Like, who would Dolores would play Belle?
Yes. Oh my god, and she's in her glasses all the time now.
Yeah.
Like Belle really gets glasses.
Yeah, she'd be a cute Belle. Who would Rachel Fuda play?
Ooh.
Rachel Fuda could be the sexy little duster from Beauty and the Beast.
Sure, you know a lot more about Beauty and the Beast than me. I was like, there's.
Are you not a
duster?
Beauty and the Beast kid? I loved Beauty and the Beast.
Same. I didn't retain that much about it.
Oh, actually, I could see Louis and Teresa being Belle and the Beast.
See,
Yeah.
that is very lovely.
Who would be the Little Mermaid? Who would be Ariel?
Ooh, Danielle Cabral, because her hair is so luscious.
Yeah, she'd be a great Ariel. Melissa Gorga could be. Who could Melissa be?
She would. Her and Joe Gordon would have a lot of fun, like living an Aladdin life.
Oh yeah, she'd be a really sexy Jasmine.
yeah.
And like Aladdin is so shirtless, and I feel like Joe Gorga very much aligns with that
and, like,
energy.
He'd have a lot of innuendos with a carpet ride. Like he would just really be like, he would have a lot of fun with that.
Oh no, Joe's got to be Tarzan.
Boy.
Yeah.
Speaking of innuendos, there you go, right in your face.
Yeah.
Wait, so besides the Disney dream planning, what do you hope? I mean, well, I know,
I'm
gotta
excited
take
now.
that. I gotta take that downtown to the new ABC studios.
Yeah.
I gotta pitch some things. Well, I'm booked and busy. What else do you hope comes from 2025 for the reality TV world?
I gotta say, I'm just really excited for season 2 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. That's all I can really think about.
And this might, even though this was our number one pause, this might be a controversial vision board for me. I hope all the Jersey ladies come back.
I do too. Honestly, I feel like there is a 1% chance that Melissa and Teresa can just figure it out, not just for the sake of the fans like us, but for the sake of their checks.
Yes.
Don't they want just keep it moving?
Keep it coming, love, right? I
Let's
just
keep
wanted
it
to happen,
coming,
and I'm
yeah.
like, let maybe even like add more. I'm always in the camp of like, just throw some more people in the mix.
Right. Bring back
Just
Tracy
let it
Johnson.
I didn't say that. Did not say that.
I feel like she's watching this and she's saying that.
She could be in this, like she's maybe on the couch right over there. You know what I mean? I'm like, Trace, what you doing
She's
here?
known to go
Get her in
undetectable on a
Hairspray
couch.
Live. And if y'all are losers like us with not a lot of plans going on right now, we have so much for you to do.
Yes, go back and watch some of our exclusive interviews with a lot of the ladies we just talked about. We got Luann, Ashley Darby, Kathy Hilton, Sutton Strack, Dorit Kemsley. There is so much
And
to
also,
catch up on.
some of the boys. Remember we had Jesse in from the Valley?
Yes, Jesse
My
from the
birthday
Valley.
twin.
Yes,
God,
okay.
so handsome.
So do yourself a favor, check out those episodes, like and subscribe wherever you watch and listen to us.
Yes, and we will see you in 2025.